Greetings.
2012 is when this track first opened. They look similar, but they're not a 100% identical.
And depending on your setup, you can also drive it completely different too.
Not that I know of. I haven't been outside my own time zone either.
The only part of Texas I've been is Houston. Nitros no sell out.
the the Constructors' Championship may be sealed up, but it's not over yet for those below Mercedes. The fastest unofficial lap record was set in 2019 by Valtteri Bottas. It's a 132.029 in the Mercedes W10. The, the, the track itself is 2.4 miles long, or 5.5 kilometers, with 20 turns in it. The current race lap record, also set in 2019, set by Charles Leclerc in the SF90. Though that car was running an older specification Ferrari power unit at that time.
I know we had some banter back in Mexico, but I'm excited to see him post race as well. Do a little tradition. Find the closest bar and play some billiards together. I played with you before.
And Porfix is starting his lap. Shock car. No, Golf did jump. Yeah, Golf did jump to Williams a handful of years ago. I think 2023. Yeah. And as I should mention at the start of the broadcast, this is the last dance of the old ground effect regulations. And onto back straight where that power unit will push that car to the almost the 200 range. Herman Tilke has a tendency to reuse certain elements from tracks.
In theory, I ran out of deployment going into the final corner. Yep, which will play a big role into next season too. A lot of Lyco just to recharge.
And meanwhile, Leo sets a 133 dead. Almost dead.
This I think is really just knowing what corners can't really be overtaken. Like in sector 3, where I just ran out of fuel, you can run none throughout this entire section because you know he's gonna be single file throughout, and in here you could check it up to medium. Like and anywhere you're gonna be doing braking, you can always do a cheeky going down to none and gain the extra 3 or 4% per corner. But there is a limit, and after you reach that limit, you will harvest less. And then with the 26 cars, I think there's a point you just don't gain any more recharge as well.
And the removal of the MGUH pulling apart.
Yes, I think right now the split is 55-45 for the ICE being 55.
Also to mention, this is the last race that both Rebel and Minardi are running Honda motors. And so is Aston Martin with their own Mercedes units. $131.4.
Thank you, Temtem. Well, we missed nothing important from my end. Just a bunch of jokes. All right.
Are from, well, Aston switching from Mercedes to Honda, which, what could possibly go wrong?
Yes. But to fill everybody in, because my mic was muted on what I had said a bunch of times before, this is our last race of the season, 5 minutes ago in qualifying session. A couple other things going along. We saw some fights in the Constructors' Championship. Aston Martin, Ferrari going to be looking to have some fun down there. We have Mercedes going on through. We have Leo's Last Dance here, currently 5th in the table. but he will not be racing in FRL. I imagine he's going to be racing elsewhere. The racer's bug doesn't leave you. I imagine he might even come back sometime if time allows. But at least for the immediate future and for the long term, as we know, a little last dance from our Season 4 champion. Our current champion, John, is with us in the box, as well as on track. So he managed to get in a 132.7. Corvix, who is racing this race, he is set a 131.5, doing Corvix things. We
Being absolutely goated.
Yeah. Look, he could probably do pretty well in one of the more proper leagues if he really put himself to it, but I think he does some other things, including setup testing at that level.
Not the level, but for us here, I get all my subs from him. He's always open about it. Anyone can talk to him.
Yep.
To ask for it or ask for setup help.
Indeed. Especially because often in the Codemasters engine setups are, you really have to whisper to them. 3 minutes to go. Nitro has an invalidated lap time on his out lap, so it doesn't matter as much. 9 drivers today to send off the season, to send off a driver.
To send off a whole regulation set.
Indeed. We've had a lot of talk about battery too. And I find the battery management in this game at least to be interesting. Quite fun. At least if you especially are pretty good at it. I am not good at it. But it is one of those things you can learn to master and just adds a whole new level of complexity that a lot of other sim games won't give you, which makes sense because it's very much a thing to this F1 car and these F1 cars in general. Driver's going to be going on out. I see Corvix, Lenny, Mavi, everybody's going on out.
Nitro's just started his lap.
Everyone's going out except for our... Okay, no, there you go. I see you coming on out now. Nitro zipping
Be a little
on by.
close.
There's a Mercedes and an Aston Martin back there, too. Really close to each other. It's Leo hugging the tail feathers of Ava. And getting on by her. Everybody's got to make room for each other here. Corvix and Lenny are pretty close on track. I will just not say anything about that one. And then Nitro going on through. You let by Lenny. Nitro going on through the stadium section, improving quite a bit. They have shown quite a bit of improvement as this season has gone on, to be fair to Nitro here. I have enjoyed seeing that. I've also enjoyed seeing Jork's improvement as they get to grips with their cars. Jork not here with us, but it is still fairly nice. And now Nitro goes and sets a 137.6 ahead of Mr. Luke, who is the last car.
He's on the back, and currently on the back straight.
Yeah, he's actually probably not going to get back in time.
Yeah, no, he came out far too late.
Yep. Corvix has some time left in the tank. Because there is no such thing as no improvement for this dragon. He's just going to improve his lap time. It'll come down to if he invalidates. But we'll see what he does here as Corvix goes on through, zips on by.
The Honda engine's singing its last song. in the back straight.
Indeed, going on through. There's improvement. Hits the stadium section. Behind him is Lenny. John is the last of our train that will be able to set a lap time there. Mercedes jockeying for a little bit of position here, actually, as Mavi lets his teammate go, and that's going to be his lap done. Corvix is going to cross the line here. And that's a 1:31.3. We're then going to have Lenny go on by. He's entering that stadium section for the final time, maybe getting a little bit of a tow from the Ferrari ahead. 1:32.2 is how Lenny finishes. Couple other drivers ready to go. Mavi's done. Leo gets it to the 1:32s. Here comes John. And it's a 1:32.768. Good enough for P4 on the grid. Mavi and Avo both bailed out of their respective lap times. But our pole time, by a long shot, is Corvix here with a 1:31.3.
Breaking, just unofficially breaking Valtteri Bottas's qualifying record by a whole second.
Indeed.
And then some.
Indeed. Since I know Teb is in the audience, I know she would be saying something along the lines of, well, it's a lot easier to do from the comfort of a chair. But still, quite a strong time from Corvix.
It speaks to just how freakishly good he is behind the wheel. Indeed. Of any car.
A couple other drivers matching or beating that time, though. Lenny and Leo got ahead of it. John, right on the edge of it. Same with Mavi. So quite a fast grid for us here as we move on. Circuit of the Americas. We're going to have mandatory 2 stops in effect. John, good luck with your race. Let's see if we can get
Thank you.
Indeed. Until you're going to need full focus for that. 2 minutes as everybody gets their setups strategy set. We do have mandatory 2 stops, as I have mentioned. This, for those who are just tuning in, is to give controller players a little bit of a help with the tire wear. At least for most of them, there is a strong tire wear difference in this game.
Yeah, because at least on 25 specifically, Pat kind of shreds these Pirellis by a fair chunk.
Indeed.
I know many people have historically complained about these Pirelli P0 slicks, but it's kind of realistically ridiculous.
It is. Well, at least it's not the cliff, the dreaded cliff with the 2011 tires.
Or the freak accidents that were 2013, 2020 British Grand Prix. Remember those?
Yeah.
Oh man. Tires popping left, right, and center. And of course, Pirelli got quite a bit of flack for it.
Yeah. Tires popping like it's bonfire night. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but it's not really a safe environment to drive in.
I guess on the note of tires popping, Corvix had a puncture during practice here, and I had a puncture during the race here a few seasons ago.
Well, we'll see if history repeats itself for you.
Wow.
Wow. I do enjoy. Just wow. Oh dear. Whole lot of people above the DHL banners doing the same 3-second animation in unison. I wonder if we could play Spot the same model.
Like in Forza Horizon 6.
Yeah.
I can infer that these people have paid very good money.
Oh, they must be super rich because some of them are clipping through the DHL banner. They paid
the F1, and I think the F1 Paddock Club, if I look more closely, I think.
Yeah. The Paddock Club people are, well, they don't look very posh. None of them are in a suit. That's fine. Everybody with nondescript team gear as well. It reminds me of how when you play MLB The Show and you use a created team, they won't even put your logo on some of the audience members. Anyway, we are getting things off. Front row. Corvix on the hard tire. Everybody else on the medium tires. Corvix leading Lenny after a very strong qualifying session. Second row, our lead Mercedes. Leo, followed up by John, our reigning champion now in the Gulf Williams. Mavi leading off Avo for the third row. Second Mercedes and the lone Aston Martin today. It's an all-Ferrari fourth row. Kimaru leading Nitro off. And then our fifth row is a half row containing the Haas of Mr. Luke.
Which this is also Haas's home race. Being that the team is American flagged.
Indeed. It is home race for a couple drivers as well. Technically a home race for Corvix. Home race for John. If you were on the grid, it would be your home race. A lot of Americans have come to this series.
AT Wolf's home race as well.
Yeah. Honestly, that just
Miami.
slipped my mind. Oh, and Corvix spun on the formation lap.
Advanced tire warming, it's fun.
Indeed.
I don't know if he wants to give himself a bit more of a challenge, or
I think that was just a genuine
no idea.
Nobody's perfect. Sometimes you make a goof. And there goes Corvix getting back into order.
Spooked me a little bit, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah. If you want to see what happens when we're trying to have fun and send off a friend, this is it. And he spins again!
More advanced tire warming is fine. He doesn't need tire wear.
Yeah.
The tire can't wear if you don't give it consent.
And
no,
that's too hot for TV. Too hot for TV, man. Too hot for TV.
Alright, here we go. We're about to get things underway. Here in 5 lights time. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. FRL is off in Coda with a jump start from Corvix right now, and that's Mavi getting up by John back there, I see. In fact, there's actually a lot of jockeying now. I think that's that's Williams and the Mercedes still fighting back there. Corvix will have to serve a drive-through. Lenny holds P2, but that's going to quickly become a P1 right here. John manages to retain 4th right now. Kimaru is actually behind Nitro, his teammate. The Ferraris having switched off the jump. As it seems that the jump start may have caused some confusion up and down the grid, but we're starting to settle in now as we go on through the S's. Corvix up on ahead. Lenny P2. Leo is in 3rd and looking to put on some pressure and get a very strong result for the last time here. We have John now under pressure from Mavi as well, going on down the back straight. Looking through, John goes a little bit defensive, but not much, trying to make that Williams wide right now, and Leo maybe over-braking a little bit. I saw them really concertina up there. As Lenny's now getting to the back of Corvix right now, who will probably peel into the pits, if not this lap, in the next lap, in order to serve a drive-through and just have some fun. Couple of drivers now going on through, but we are mostly as we were, aside from the Ferraris still. So I think Nitro is trying to hold off his teammate right now. The Ferrari's having a little bit of a hustle back there. And Lenny sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix to start, as much as that really matters on lap 1. That's going to be Lenny under pressure from Leo right now. Top 4 starting to string it out, Avo falling behind. All these drivers, aside from Corvix, are on medium tires. There's a little bit less strategy difference coming into play here, at least for now. Once the undercut comes into effect, we will start to see that really matter. And there is a Red Bull that could be a spanner in the works as well.
TT Biv mutual contact between the Ferrari teammates.
Indeed,
Just
and
after-
I see Lenny getting on through. Leo and Lenny are fighting side by side. I think it was Lenny with a little bit of oversteer. And Leo's still there, and Leo's through in the second. This will become first once the drive-through is sold, and now this is going to invite John into the picture. But now they're going to be single file right on through here. One by one right now. I'm not surprised that the Ferrari teammates had a little bit of contact, but Nakimaru has a lot of work to do to catch up to Avo back there. But that is Leo in second right now, and we can see Kimaru starting to jet on ahead. I don't see any damage on that Ferrari. So it must have been pretty slight, as Corvix now serves his drive-through. That Japanese Red Bull, it is a pretty livery, that one, going on through. I think he wanted to try to get ahead of Mr. Luke when he served it, but it didn't work out that way. But now he should be able to quickly get on by the Haas. And that'll be what he has to do to get back into this, as it's effectively become a last to first challenge for Corvix. Up ahead, Leo has inherited the lead of the Grand Prix, fittingly enough. His teammate is in fourth, so there's not going to really be any team shenanigans here possible unless Mavi decides to trigger an early undercut. But he can't really do that without risking the whole field up here. But of course that may be what he wants to do if he wants to try and win. Corvix managing to get by Mr. Luke pretty quickly. As we are on lap 3 of 28 here in Circuit of the Americas. And our field has started to now settle into something smooth. 9 drivers, all still running, which is good to see at Migrating Host. Uh-oh.
Corvix probably disconnected. Like in Bahrain, it didn't cause the full game to black out for everybody.
Alright, as long as that is okay, I will shoot Corvix the invite at least. But that is going to be another wrench into the race here for Corvix, who is now lapping about. It's Leo, though, leading Lenny by half a second, and then there's John right in on this mix, and Mavi, too. Lenny trying to shake off the rust a little bit. There's one thing I know, and that is that none of them will give Leo a free win, because it's his retirement day. There's going to be a fight here. And I am excited to see that fight. Champion putting some pressure onto Lenny, who was a contender earlier on. Here we go. As we now keep on going on through.
Corey's disconnected again.
Yeah, oh dear. Oh dear. Don't you love this? Don't you love EA servers?
Meanwhile, Nitro's got himself a 3-second time penalty for some track limits violations.
Indeed. This is a tricky track for track limits. Especially on certain other sims. Looking at a American-based one. John, no, might have a little bit of a run on Lenny. Not quite. They did look a little closer, but Lenny managing to get a little bit by. And now Mavi's gonna have a shot, perhaps? Or the concertina effects just playing with my eyes again.
No effect for as long as John has 1 DRS and 2 in the slipstream of Lenny's minority.
Indeed. Everybody managing to hold DRS is the key here.
And I did see the rear end of that minority wiggling about a bit.
Indeed. I think that is just what Rust can do to you sometimes. At least at this level. Just not quite used to the throttles at maximum where the limits are. And whenever you overshoot it with that throttle on a corner exit, that's when you really get that snap of oversteer, as Mr. Luke now has a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations. Settling on in. And now all these drivers are just going to be looking ahead to their first pit stops, looking ahead to maybe undercutting drivers as...
Robert says, DC yet again.
I don't know if it's his day here in terms of internet connection. I will at least...
It's either servers or its local internet connection or the local Ohio weather. It's messy.
You think Ontario's to blame for this? Stop being on fire. As that's Lenny and Leo side by side. I see it right there. Lenny fighting on through. He managed to make a move to the inside at the end of the long straight, but Leo's there. Leo has the inside. He has the other inside. This is going to let John get involved now. Lenny not able to... No, Lenny is able to complete it. There's Leo. I was just zoomed in on the wrong car for a little bit of a moment. Thanks, spectator mode. But Lenny is through. And now John looking a little bit. The fight here continues, but now Leo may have DRS going into turn 1. As well as some other ways to fight. But that has slowed this pack down just a tiny bit. But here we go through turn 1. Leo keeping Lenny honest. As we are on lap 7 of 28 right now. Little bit of cars. Just, you can see from body language the different ways they take that exit on the turn 1 and going on into the S's. Big old run. But Lenny chose that lap to make his move, and he made it stick. We'll see what the two Germans have to continue fighting for us, though. As we go on through, onto the back stretch. Leo still strong. And now there's a little bit of stringing on out. Leo looks, and he goes for it! he goes for the move into the back straight. I think Lenny broke a little bit early, suspecting something, but now Lenny has the inside of these two turns. Leo going for a little bit of a cheeky switch back, but not quite able to make it work. I think he saw that there was Lenny breaking a little too much or a little too early, and he just tried to make it work, but now this fight's getting really spicy between the two up front. And we have John as well, an ever-present force back here. I don't know
licking
what's
his
going
lips
on
and
with Mr. Corvix as well. But I will keep trying.
You say that as I was actually licking my lips. How dare you?
Yeah.
Your
Same.
instincts have sensed that there was a chance to make up some progress.
And those two Germans up front slip up, and that's John's opportunity to take. So it's North Rhine-Westphalia versus Bavaria, Minardi versus Mercedes. The war's still going on.
Yep, the big carb looking, holding, and now Mercedes gets on through very easily. Lenny, I think, was just out of juice in the tank to defend. Or he wanted to save his resources for a repass. As this is only the first stint of 3. As it is probably coming to the close in the next few laps. 7-lap old medium tires. We'll see what they're able to do. Corvix did get past Nitro in the back.
He's spitting.
And we have Mavi in the pits right now. So that's Mavi pitting on out, and Mavi jumps the gun. Going perhaps for the undercut today. And we'll see how the rest of the field reacts here, John.
He's fit on another set of mediums.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like a... could be a
ooh.
medium soft. Oh, that was some... I just saw some rubber banding.
Yeah, my game froze. I'm back.
Welcome back. Glad to see you are not, in fact, dead.
I thought I was. I was having game freeze on me during my solo practice, so I don't know what's going on here.
I've noticed that with Coda sometimes. I think I've had that thing too. There's just something about the track geometry or whatever that some computers don't like. Corvix getting past Kimaru because Kimaru has pit onto a fresh set of hard tires. Lenny and Leo fighting once again. Lenny using the DRS. But Leo's going to remain glued.
And I think I may have seen a hint of a lockup from Lenny.
Indeed.
He does. I think he races without ABS.
He does, in fact. Lenny has decided to go no assists. Leo, I think, races with ABS still. John, I believe you are no assists.
Correct.
Yes, because you yelled at me about this before, as both Mercedes have now pit. One after the other. Where Leo emerges in relation to his teammate will let these two up front know quite a lot.
Leo potentially got a lot of time with the battle with Lenny.
Indeed.
Same tires as his teammate.
He's gonna be right on there, and Mavi's ahead. So Mavi ahead of his teammate. Both of them choosing to opt for medium tires. Corvix sets a 136.6, meanwhile. Fastest lap of the Grand Prix on 9-lap old hard tires. Corvix doing Corvix things.
I'm going to trace my steps once more to my book of records. The current race lap record is a 136.1.
Indeed. Yeah, and he set that on 9-lap old hard tires, 10 laps into the race. Panic. No, I am impressed at how good Corvix can be.
I mean, he isn't a multiple-time champion for nothing.
Indeed,
He did win a fair few championships in, well, very, very convincing fashion.
Yeah,
almost
I see Lenny
Verstappen or
and John
almost
pitting.
match. Yep.
Both of
Let's
you
see where
pitting
Lenny
on.
and I come out.
Yep, both of you pitting on the same lap. Lenny goes and opts for medium tires as well. And Williams' friend also opting for the medium tires. Lenny ahead of John still. And this is going to promote Avo to the race lead. At least for a few corners. Mavi is right there. Mavi is going to feel the incredible pressure to get on by Avo here. Any slowdown here just brings the rest of this field right on back into this fight for the lead. Mavi's won a couple races. He's had a pretty good season so far. In that second Mercedes seat. Avo braking, holding that apex, and Mavi right on Avo's gearbox. Avo not wanting to lose time, but that's gonna slow down Mavi to the tune of about half a second here. Mavi gets on through with the DRS. Avo just holding station. The Brett being a big old wall in track. And then we have Lenny and John right behind each other now as well. Yellow flags in Sector 2, but that is actually Sector 2, and I believe that is Nitro. Nitro going slowly. He may have just spun or went off track for a little bit. Now that's Leo and Avo side by side. Leo gets through. Avo peeling off into the pits, so it won't slow down Lenny or John. We'll see what tires the Aston Martin opts for as the two drivers get the pit. Corvix and Nitro. I say that, Corvix peels off into the pits. Closest fight on track.
Yep, Avery's pulling a fresh set of mediums.
Indeed, so it looks like medium is the start to...
Corvix as well.
Yep. It looks like medium has been the start to most of these strategies. Corvix, the only one different with hard medium, and Kimaru went medium hard, actually. I know Kimaru likes to run a very long hard stint. The benefits of that don't really play out in two-stop races as much, but we'll see what he is able to do with it. He did eat a little bit of time into Avo, but not a lot. At least not as much as he would have liked to eat.
Well, Nitro's in and he's been on soft compound tires. Nitro's on soft compound tires.
Maybe the Ferrari team just wants to have a little bit of fun. For the last race here. Lap 12 of 28, and as an update right now, as everybody has pit, Mavi leads Leo right now by 1.3 seconds. He is on the oldest of the medium tires, currently on the grid though, with 4 laps on them. Leo with 3 in second, and then it's Lenny and John, both on 2-lap old medium tires.
John, who's just set the fastest lap of the race for 1:35.9.
Impressive lap time coming from the Puerto Rican. Behind them, we have Avo on a single lap old set of medium tires, starting to come under pressure from Kimaru a little bit, though not much. The lead Ferrari on 4-lap old hards. We then have Corvix, Nitro, and Mr. Luke rounding out our grid, and Mr. Luke and Nitro might come into play here fairly soon, as blue flag runners. The back marker is looking pretty strong. At least by their standards. I say that kind of in jest. I'm genuinely impressed with their level of improvement as quick as they are. Turns out, if you just play the game, you will get better at it. Mr. Luke with the 3-second time penalty for track limit violations.
As he cuts the inside of the very last corner at turn 20, very last corner.
Yeah, Stewart's giving the little no finger for that one. It's fairly I'm sorry for commentators cursing you, Luke. Here we go, though. Lenny has caught into the DRS of Leo, actually. Leo started to reel in his teammate as well. But very soon,
Corvick sets the fastest lap at 134.
Corvick's doing Corvick's things in the Red Bull back there. In fact, he is about to fight and try to get by Kimaru, the hardest defender and attacker on track.
Controversially. So.
Yeah. I don't want to be too mean on the last race, but yeah. Corvick's going on through, and he's going to have the outside line Kimaru trying to make that Ferrari wide, but there's not much he could do here. Corvick's with the DRS. Kimaru showing a little bit of an inside move, but he's not going to be able to make that work. Corvick's gets on through. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. Looking ahead, though, little bit of after braking trying to go on as John looking very close. Throws a dummy inside to Lenny, but not able to do much. But now Lenny was slow on exit. That nearly let John get on by, and now these two are going to be nose to tail throughout the S's. John filling the mirrors of that V-carb, and I think there was a little bit of panic up there. And now this car is going to have a chance to get on through, but the cars spread themselves out through the S's as they tend to do with dirty air. Looks like Mavi may get DRS. I don't think he will quite yet. But these back markers are going to start to come into play here with this front pack. All the blinking lights showing the charging of batteries as these drivers go on through, and we are back pretty much as we were to start the race, with Mavi being in the front position instead. Mavi taking advantage of the undercut, but we'll see if the tire age does backfire on him. The Haas letting this lead pack on through Haas's home race. Not quite extreme there. And now Leo's going to be looking half a second. These drivers going to be trying to get on by here. Leo breaking the dirty air a tiny bit. Lenny looking strong, but now they're going to be one by one and close up through the S's. Cars are very nimble here, and Lenny gets a 3-second. That's a 3-second time penalty for track limits violations, and suddenly, with how close these drivers have been running, that is going to bite him hard in the tail. Lenny now has to think really outside the box in terms of strategy. John looking to get some some slipstream, excuse me, from Lenny. They're very
not
close.
helping
Lenny
Lee's
going a
set.
little defensive, and now Lenny is going to take the inside line in through here. John on the outside line. They broke hard with each other, and now John has the inside here. Lenny giving a little bit of a squeeze, but keeping it respectful. But Lenny has time, and there's a little bit of a switcheroo. Not quite enough to get on by, and suddenly Leo's pulling a little bit ahead.
Oh, he's out.
And then Lenny
Lenny's
spun!
Oh, half spin, half spin.
Little
He's still behind.
Yeah, little
Half spin, but he's behind
skid for
John.
the German, and I think that's Leo peeling off into the pit. No, that's Mavi. I did see a Mercedes, I couldn't see which. That's Mavi peeling off into the pits. Makes sense, 7 laps on medium tires. He's almost surely going on to the hard tires.
Which he is.
You have to go onto the hard tires at this point in the race. But Lenny's race has come undone about 2/3 into it. A little bit of a skid and a time penalty, and that's one of those problems that can compound if you aren't careful at getting yourself back into the zone and back into the groove. Very easy to go, oh my goodness, I've gotten myself a time penalty, except you're probably swearing a lot more when you say that. And then that anger can lead to more mistakes if you're not careful.
The red mist is a powerful thing.
Indeed.
And it can very much cloud your judgment.
Yeah, well, Lenny has gotten back into DRS of John. 3-second penalty hanging over his head is going to be something. I wouldn't be surprised if he either goes very long here and tries to do a 6-lap soft charge, or if he pits now and tries to get an undercut. As Leo goes into the pits right now, and I think that kind of has to lock him into just going long. If you pit on the same lap as John, you're both at the same pace. You're not really going to get over that penalty unless you do something really extraordinary, as it looks like Mavi gets well clear of his teammate.
Yeah.
And then there's Corvix back there. Corvix
Both Silveros are running the same tire strategies. Just a few laps offset.
Indeed. Mavi bidding first did give him the undercut. Both of them have run the same strategy. Leo's slowing down for the Haas as they try to unlap, or they try to lap each other.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Lenny managing to get on through, I think, with quite a far back overtake, because I did not have that on my radar right now.
A little bump, but you know, bumping's racing.
We are in America, after all. If there's something racers like to do here, it's rub. Now that's John going to be able to see all of the scales on that German Dragon up ahead of us. DRS flap open. Golf Williams looking.
And speaking of which, this is also the last race of DRS.
Ah, yeah.
In the technical sense.
In the sense of DRS as we know it, anyway. Active Aero is just kind of... It's now just called Active Aero, and you can use it whenever. It's not an overtake mode kind of thing, but there is an overtake mode. They just changed
Is
it
it really
to let you-
active if it's a manual input?
I think it's active in the sense that the parts move.
More yellow flags. Nitro spun.
Nitro has indeed...
Nitro's gone off.
Yeah, he spun on those 6-lap old soft tires. trying to make it work. But that has let Mr. Luke get on by for that P8 spot. Corvix actually is going to be fighting Leo here, and that has been a little bit while since we've seen this fight. I have a feeling Corvix is going to hold off pitting until he gets his little fair share of fighting here. Just knowing how Corvix is.
It's still just like good old times, huh?
Indeed. I see neither of our front two pitting yet, as they're kind of just in a standoff right now, but this is letting Mavi catch on up. 12 seconds is now the gap. Who will blink up ahead? Who will blink first? Currently, these two fighting it out.
Just 8 laps to go on the timing tower.
At lap 20 of 28. I believe it is none. Here we go.
It's like playing a move in chess, except these chess pieces are moving at 200 miles per hour, over 300 kilometers per hour for our international viewers.
Indeed, it is. Thank you, I forgot who initially said that quote, but that has been around Formula One for a while. Whoever coined it, though, is quite fun in that regard. Corvix is right on Leo's rear wing. Dragon's having some fun back there. Oh,
well, only for that to ruin that moment straight away.
God. Sorry, Corvix. The commentators cursed you again. Apparently, my word is cursed more than an ancient prophet, so I'm just not gonna. I just shouldn't.
I was somewhat glazing your skill and achievements as well.
Yeah.
I kind of have at least a shoulder a part of the blame.
John now on the backstretch with Lenny. This is not quite the net lead of the Grand Prix, but now Mavi is only 9 seconds behind. The two Mercedes closing in with, I presume, Jaws music playing. As the decision gets more and more complicated with these two.
Well, both the lone Minardi and Williams playing a combination of chess and poker. What's the plan? Where do you move? Do you call or fold?
Yeah, what's the plan, John?
All in on green.
Good plan, good plan. As that's Lenny going into the pits, John going into the pits as well.
They're both going to the pits.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
And both get a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Sorry,
incredible scenes.
You couldn't write this stuff even if you had to.
And John has to wait a little.
Held up.
Oh no, that is just a visual glitch on our end. Oh, that really was an all-in on green pit phase, wasn't it? Corvix also pits on the soft tires. Leaving Avo and Mr. Luke and Kimaru the only drivers yet to pit. So these two are now on soft tires, but they have 10 seconds. Avo theoretically is still in, or no, not Avo. Corvix is theoretically still in for a podium, actually.
You couldn't write this stuff if you had to.
Indeed. Corvix could get a podium after serving a drive-through, which is peak Corvix. Oh, Mavi and Leo are going to fight it out.
You see, NASCAR, this is how you make a Game 7 moment.
Yeah, pure luck.
No relation to a certain other individual.
Yeah, I really don't like the NASCAR playoffs anyway. Here we go. So Leo and Mavi are now a second apart from each other. John and Lenny are in the fun zone. Fun zone being, oops. We got a penalty. Corvix is about 15 seconds behind these two-ish.
Mutual penalties.
Yeah, so at least you two will have track position. Well, except for Lenny, who also has a 3-second. So
yes, well, I was gonna say that John's gonna finish ahead of Lenny anyhow.
yeah, unless Lenny just jets off. And then it's Mavi and Leo here. Leo fell back a little bit. Mavi turning on the jets himself. And
So
it's
that's
cruising.
that's pretty much 1 and 2 covered.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I wouldn't discount Leo in terms of pace. They're pretty similar.
Third place is still the big burning question mark.
Indeed. Looks like Leo will at least be getting sent off with a Mercedes 1-2. At least as things currently are developing, as Avo goes into pits finally. Leaving Kimaru as the only one yet to pit.
Corvix with a 1:34.1.
Yeah, very fast
Fastest
Dragon. Kimaru is still refusing to pit. Did we remind Kimaru that this is a 2-stop race? At this point, your returns are diminishing for staying out. And by diminishing, I mean negative. Nitro with a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations.
Both he and fellow Ferrari powered competitor Mr. Luke both have